What's up everybody, welcome to the 20th DVD. If you haven't yet, go check out yesterday's video of me and Evan's day in Washington.
And here it is, Washington, D.C.
Right now, we're about to head to the grocery store. Back from the grocery haul, picked up some cereal, some breakfast stuff, a little bit of Red Bull, a little bit of Halo Top, until they're all out of the mint chocolate chip and birthday cake flavor. Probably thanks to Daphne, so if you're watching this. But got some chocolate. Other than that, just some cheese, rice, fruit, just some stuff that lasts a day. So yesterday, the people were supposed to come and re-caulk our pool, but they never came. So our pool is still good to swim in. So we'll be swimming later. Right now, I'm gonna get something to eat for lunch and watch some YouTube. So, since this is the 20th vlog, I wanna do a video that's kind of an introduction to my channel and an introduction to me for those people who watch these videos who don't know me very well or know me at all. How many people watching this right now wish they had more opportunities in life through their career, are at a job that they don't like, or are about to go and take classes at a school, taking courses that they're not interested in, or how many people wish they would have found a different job, or how many people are retired who wish they could have gone back and done something different with most of their life? That's pretty much what this video is about. So right now, I'm 18 years old and I attend the University of Akron. I went to high school in Maryland where I grew up, and pole vault was a huge part of my life. I won 3 state championships, went to nationals numerous times, and then I went to the University of Tennessee for it. Tennessee, I just wasn't at the right school, it wasn't the right place for me, and so I decided to transfer to one of the other schools I took an official visit to, and that's how I landed at Akron. When I got to Akron, some of the things in the track program weren't exactly how I liked them to be, and so I decided my time would be better spent doing things outside of being a member of the track team. And so I switched my major from supply chain management at Tennessee to finance at Akron, and that's where I am today. And these videos got started because of Casey Neistat, Roman Atwood, and Ben Brown. I've talked about them before, but I haven't really said how they really have impacted me. So around my sophomore year of high school, I found a video talking about different places in New York City and some events in New York City. Like some people know the Bike Lanes video by Casey Neistat is his most popular one and kind of the one that got him really big on YouTube. And so I started to follow him back when he had like 450,000 subscribers. If you fast forward to when he started creating vlogs, and then a year and a half later, which is about now, he now has 4 million subscribers, which he just passed last week. So ever since he started uploading vlogs, I have spent part of my day watching his videos and the images that he puts out and how he brings his film background, and he's had movies in the Cannes Film Festival, he's been invited to the Oscars, he's made commercials for Nike, J. Crew, and now his main source of work and videography and photography is on YouTube. And then around the time when I was transferring from, well, around the time I figured out I wanted to transfer, I wasn't really sure about like what school I was going to be going to. I was freaking out. I wasn't sure if I wanted to stick with that major, and I had no clue what the next 3 months of my life were going to look like, and it was kind of scary. And that's when I found Roman Atwood on YouTube. And Roman's videos are much different from Casey's. They're still a vlog type of style, and he has a whole company that he started to do to YouTube called Smile More, and so he has this whole merchandise brand from it, and he's now on a tour with Fusi going around the world doing shows. And so I got started watching him, and then more recently, only about a month ago, I started watching Ben Brown, and all of these guys have kind of shown me that you don't need to live the 9 to 5 day work life that we're constantly told we're going to be living as we get older. First off, that I think it's vitally important to find a career that gets you enough money to make a living and enough money that you can save down the road. I'm a finance major, so I know the importance of making a good amount of money in your career and how you need to be saving in order to have a good retirement. And so that's the first thing about this video. The second part to this is, what is the point of part 1 if you don't like what you're doing and if you don't like your life because of 60% of the time you're awake every day? If you wake up at say 7 o'clock, you go to bed at 10 at night, that's a 15-hour day. So if you're working 8 hours a day at a full-time job, then that's 8/15ths of your day, or about 53% of your day is at your job. So that's the majority of your waking hours during the day. So if you don't like your job, you don't like the majority of your life. All three of these guys have shown that you can do exactly what you want to do with your life and find a way to make a living in it and truly love your life. That's why I started this channel, because I don't want to be stuck in a career that I'm not happy in. And so of course, I mean, I'm not saying that this is gonna get me to the point of a career, but it's something that I like doing, so I figured I'd started it. And so whether this means that down the road I'm a YouTuber, whether it means down the road that I'm a police officer, down the road I'm working with stocks and finance stuff, I want to just be in a career that I know I want to do. And I'm also very set on living in a very large city after college. Right now, New York City is by far my favorite place to live, but I would definitely be open to living in a place like LA or even outside the country once I get my passport, which reminds me I need to call the post office to schedule an appointment to get that passport before I leave for school. And then see where life takes me, because I definitely want to travel and visit London and Cape Town, South Africa. I think would be an amazing place. There's over 7 billion people on this planet across 6 continents, because I guess Antarctica doesn't really... How many continents are there? North America, South America, Africa, Asia, Europe, Australia, and yeah, so I guess across 6 continents, because Antarctica doesn't really have a general population, or at least most of the time. And so there's 7 billion people across 6 continents in a basically like never-ending universe in one solar system. And whenever I think about that, and like if you look up at the sky and think about everything that's out there, that's when I end up thinking like everything in my life so far has been led up to have this career, sitting down at a desk or doing something just to earn money and make a living. My generation is always told to go get a degree that's gonna get you a high-paying job. And so you have people who are in engineering who don't want to be, you have people in math, science, business degrees who would rather be doing something else. And I think a lot of the schooling is killing creativity, and there's TED Talks on that. There's all kinds of articles that talk about how this structured schooling system is killing kids' creativity. And this is why, along with free time is the enemy of progress, one of my favorite quotes is, "Fear kills more dreams than failure ever will." People often give up on their dreams in route of a safer route, and so that's why the fear of what's going to happen to that dream ends the dream before they ever get the chance to really go out and try it. And so failure doesn't get to have the opportunity to work itself out. And on a much different side of the spectrum, you have the YouTubers, Casey Neistat, Ben Brown, Roman Atwood. If you haven't, go watch Casey Neistat or Roman Atwood's TED Talks. I will link them below, and listen to their stories. Neither of them went to college. Casey Neistat dropped out of high school. And so this kind of conversation is a lot of the talks that Evan and I have. And Evan and I, we always talk about the careers we want to have later in life, and how one day we might work together in a field, and how we always like traveling. And so next summer might be going on a road trip across the country, might go to Cape Town, might go to London, but some sort of traveling, because in that traveling you find out, if you're doing it truly for yourself, you find out what you want out of life. Believe it or not, vlogging has shown me something incredible with work ethic. If you're doing something you truly like doing, your work ethic will show. Tomorrow, I will probably do a video on what really goes into vlogging. Because this video, I basically talked about me and careers and life, and it's kind of what I want to talk here. But tomorrow, I'm gonna do of what really goes into vlogging, because vlogging has shown me that my work ethic has increased dramatically from vlogging, because it's something that I love doing. So when it's 10 o'clock at night and I want to go to bed, that's when I turn off this camera, unscrew it from the tripod, take out the battery, charge the battery, take out the memory card, plug the memory card into my laptop, upload everything, and then I edit for the next 2 or so hours, and then I hit upload to YouTube. So, like I said, I love traveling. So, the past like 45 minutes, I just spent planning a road trip. So, the hope is next summer to do a road trip with a friend or two. And so this is the road trip I just planned, which is 16 different days of driving to different places across the country, plus probably end up being more days of staying in a city for a day or so. But the totals come out to be 8,100 miles, 5 days, 6 hours of driving, and $800 in gas, which actually kind of surprised me it was that low. That would be for my car, averaging like 27 miles a gallon. But basically it's from my house up through like Chicago, Minneapolis, Mount Rushmore, Denver, Yellowstone, Spokane, Seattle, then down the West Coast through Sacramento, San Francisco, Santa Barbara, LA, San Diego, and then back across the southern half of the US from Albuquerque, Dallas, New Orleans, Jacksonville, and then up through Charleston, up the East Coast, back to where I live. So that would be quite the trip, and it'd probably be about $2,000 for me, depending on where we stayed and food and everything. So that is the goal for the next year, is to have $2,000 saved up for this trip. All right, so just scheduled my passport appointment. So tomorrow at 9:30, I am headed to get my passport. So I'm super pumped about that, because since I'm over the age of 16, of course, since I'm 18, my passport will be good for the next 10 years. So now, till I am almost 29, I'll be able to travel outside the country after I apply. Haven't done a whole lot today, sat around, watched YouTube, just went outside with the penny board for a little bit, and now we're gonna swim before the rain gets here. Workout essential. Okay, so our family is having a debate on whether Mother's dress is gray or blue. So it's obviously white, but then she thinks it's like a navy color.
It's navy with white. But
And then
blended threads of navy and white.
Dad and I just think it's definitely gray.
They're men, they don't know color.
And she's making us some burgers with peppers and onions for dinner.
Right?
And salad.
Gray. Gray. Gray.
Yeah, I agree, Father.
Gray.
Ending this video with me and the father watching the Olympics. See you tomorrow. Live happy.